Welcome back to my channel. It's Nikki of Nikki's Homemade Crafts. And now it is time for part 3 of the Linked Crochet Mystery Crochet Along. Do you have any ideas yet of what we're making? I am so excited. I'm going to reveal it in this video and of course also in the written instructions down below in the description. There's a link right there. Go ahead and click that and it's going to take you over to my website, which has the free to view version of this pattern. It also allows you to join my membership, the Crochet Club. You can join as a trial member for 7 days. That goes automatically into the full membership after the 7 days are over. But during the 7 days, you only have access to the Mystery Crochet Along, ad-free, of course. And if you want to join as a full member immediately, you can do so as well. You can be a monthly, quarterly, or annual member. Then you get access to over 400 ad-free patterns. And of course, you get me on a weekly basis teaching you live exactly what you want to be taught. And we meet on a monthly basis too. You're even part of an amazing, huge Facebook group. And we're talking about crocheting all the time. And you probably noticed we haven't used the pink yarn yet. Well, now it's time to do so. And you also need a teeny tiny bit of black yarn, which I didn't mention in the beginning, but assuming that you probably have some black yarn at home, I didn't think it was absolutely necessary to mention that, but it's only a teeny tiny bit, like less than what you use for white. So it's just only a tiny bit. So you should be fine, okay? So grab your black yarn, grab your pink yarn, and then let's get started with part 3. I'm using We Crochet's Brava worsted yarn, and as I said, I used green, white, and pink. You can also replace pink with red or possibly yellow, but I recommend sticking with the yarn that I suggested. I'm also using a 5mm crochet hook. But remember to watch till the end because I have something to tell you, something really special at the very end. So if you're not going to watch it, you're going to miss it. So stay tuned, okay? So let's get started with part 3. So this is how far you are right now this is up until part 2. So now what you need to do, you need to decide which layer is going to become which layer. That sounds a little weird, but bear with me and I will explain. So we're going to have pockets, which is why we have 2 of these, okay? You need to decide now whether you're going to have your pockets on the inside or you're going to have your pockets on the outside. I chose to have my pockets on the outside, but again, you pick, okay? Now, whichever layer you're going to have as the pocket layer, so either this one or this one, is going to have 3 rounds of just pink yarn using linked double crochet. So everything you're making now is linked double crochet, okay? No more linked triple crochet. So linked double crochets, you're going to make 3 rounds of pink on whichever layer is going to be your pocket layer. So for me, it was the outside one is going to be my pockets, okay? So I made 3 additional rounds in pink. Whichever layer is not going to be your pocket layer, so for me that was this one, I added 9 rounds of pink, okay, all doing linked double crochet. So again, you pick, okay, you either have the pockets on the inside. If this is the pocket on the inside, then that's where you're going to do the 3 rounds of linked double crochet, and then you do this side right here, the outside side will be then the 9 rounds of linked double crochet in pink. It's all pink, okay? So after that you're done, you're going to do 1 round, and this is the layer that is the longer layer than after the 9 rounds. You're now going to do some holes, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? And then we're going to add 1 more round of single crochet and then you're pretty much done. But there's a few other tiny things that we need to add in order to spice it up and make it perfect, okay? So let's pretend that I just finished those 9 rounds, okay? And now I'm going to add the holes to it. And I'll show you in a second what they actually look like. Okay, I'm going to take my pink yarn right here. So you already have your pink yarn attached. This would be on the layer that has 9 rounds of just pink, okay, in linked double crochet. So now this would be the 10th round on that layer, okay? So pretend this is the 10th round. So what you're going to do is a chain of 2, and you make your linked double crochet stitches. Okay, you're going to make 5 of them. Okay, so 5 in a row. And once you have 5 done, you're going to make a chain of 2, and you're going to skip 2 stitches, and then you're going to make a double crochet, regular double crochet. Okay, so again, you made a chain of 2, you skip 2 stitches, and you make a regular double crochet. Once you've made your regular double crochet, you're going to use this, well, kind of diagonal layer right here, that bar right here, and you're going to go into that, then yarn over and pull through, and then go in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and finish it up as a regular linked double crochet. So now this turns it into a linked double crochet right here, right? Even though it was a regular double crochet, it now turns it into a linked one. So, and now you're just going to keep going. So you're going to make sure that you have 5 stitches in a row, okay? And the very first one is always a regular double crochet after the first set is done. So like this, so this would be my 5th stitch. So see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first one was a regular double crochet. And then you're going to do a chain of 2. You're going to skip 2 stitches, and then you're going to make again a regular double crochet. And then from there, again, linked double crochet. So that way you have these holes, okay? And after these holes are done, you're going to do one more round of just single crochets. You're going to go over and do one round of just regular single crochet stitches. Okay. Now let me show you what this entire thing actually looks like in the end. So as you can see right here, this is how it looks like, right? So you have these holes, and then you have one more round of just single crochets, and that is of course 1 stitch per stitch. So that includes the chains, right? So that way we have these holes, okay? Then you're gonna make some kind of I-cord. I used my I-cord machine, okay? So it's like a knitting machine. Let me show you. This is how it looks like. It's a tulip machine. This is on the bottom. This pulls it down, right? I have a separate video on that. I'm going to link it down below in case you're curious on how to do this. This is absolutely fun to use. It's also great for kids if you want to, and make these I-cords, okay? So I made it fairly long, so the length is up to you, how long you want it to be. You know, you can make it a little shorter. And then once you're done, and again, it doesn't have to be this type of I-cord. You can make a braided one. You can make a regular crochet I-cord. Whatever floats your boat. You can even use a ribbon if you wanted to. It's up to you, okay? Then you're just going to push it through here, through these holes, right? And then you have this one layer, right? That is going to be the pocket. For me, as I said, is the outside one is the layer of the pocket. You can also have it on the inside, right? It's up to you, okay? This side is either inside or outside. For me, it's on the outside. And then you're going to either hot glue or sew. I used hot glue because this works fine for me. That way I didn't have to change colors or anything, but you do you, okay? And then you make as many pockets as you want. So I made here, right? This area right here is hot glued, and I just hot glued it down. So that way I have a pocket here, but over here, these are a little smaller, okay? So I made some smaller pockets and then some bigger pockets. I also sewed this here together, okay? So you can even slip stitch it down if you wanted to. That works too, whatever works for you, but you're going to have a seam, right? And then for these little seeds, okay, I used the black. Now, what you could do is a few different things. You can use fabric paint and just, you know, paint it over if you have black. That works too. You can add beads. If you wanted to add beads, you can do that as well. I would recommend then using some kind of thread that you won't see after you kind of weave it through, right? Or like the way I did it, you can even use felt and just glue it on. That works too. There's many different options on how you can add these seeds. For me, I just used black yarn and I sewed it on. Now I'm going to eventually add a lining here. It's not necessary for linked crochet because, you know, there's no gaps between the stitches, but this will probably bother me. So I will add some lining here and then just sew the lining onto it. But I didn't want this black to peek through, okay, the pink. So I didn't weave it through because it would have shown, okay, and I didn't want that. Also, I didn't want it to, you know, bend in different directions. And this way is the best way for me. You pick whichever works for you, okay? And then eventually I will add a lining in here so that way I don't see any of this black yarn. And by the way, I did this with a triple knot. Okay, so all I did is push it through right with a needle, and I made a triple knot, and then I cut it like a tight triple knot so that way nothing comes undone. And once I have the lining in, you're not going to see this anymore, right? So, and then obviously you can tell now what it is. It is not just a bag with pockets, but it's supposed to be a bag that resembles a watermelon. That is something that's been asked for a long time. And so once you kind of pull this, obviously it's going to be more looking like a watermelon piece, as you can tell. And it has pockets. Who doesn't like that? Okay. So you have a linked crochet watermelon bag, or drawstring bag, depending on how you want to call it, right? With pockets. So the pockets are either on the inside or outside. Again, you get to pick, right? Which is really, really cool. So I wonder, did anyone guess it? Did you guess it? That is what we're making? I think this is perfect. So personally, I'm going to use this for a project, as a project bag. And I love pockets because these pockets allow me to put my hooks in there, or my measuring tape, or any notions I might have, okay? And obviously, if it's a needle, it'll still be able to go through. But if I have a little pouch in there or something, nothing goes through. And stitch markers shouldn't go through either, right? Because this is linked crochet, so there's barely any gaps, right? It is a really, really sturdy fabric, and it's perfect for things to not fall through. So this is a really cool bag. Don't you think it's a really cool bag? I absolutely love it. So we made a watermelon drawstring bag, but now is the time. Listen up. Now you need to take a picture of your watermelon drawstring bag. Let us see whether the pockets are on the outside or inside. I would love to know about that one. That was a good one, right? I have this feeling some of you may have not guessed it. I felt like I kind of tricked you there a little bit because we made these 2 layers. So first it looked like a bag, but then it didn't because of those 2 layers. So I was like, it could have been anything, right? But I am so glad it turned out this well. And then now you can probably guess why I said use pink, red, or yellow, right? Because there's even yellow watermelons. Have you seen them before? They're pretty cool, right? Then there's red, there's a pinkish red, which is why I picked pink, right? But now it's time for you to take the picture, okay, of your finished product and use this hashtag right here and post it in the Facebook group, Crocheting with Nicki. That way I can find your post, that way I can find your picture and celebrate you, because I really, really want to do that. But that's not the only reason why I want you to do that, okay? I also want you to be qualified for the big giveaway, okay? And your deadline is tomorrow, the 18th of May, 2024, by 10 a.m. Pacific time. I need you to post your picture to the Facebook group, okay? That's your deadline. And guess what happens right after? At 12 o'clock Pacific time, we're going to have a huge linked crochet party, because I'm going to tell you so much about linked crochet and different ways and how you can use it, apply it, what's the real purpose of linked crochet. You're going to learn so much about linked crochet. You're going to be like, what? I want more of that. Give it to me. So if you're ready to learn more about linked crochet and you're ready to potentially win something, we're gonna have 3 winners, then you might want to show up for that party. I'm gonna have you at the end. You're gonna see the video pop up right there, so like watch really till the end, and it's gonna show up and you're gonna click on it like right here, okay? You're gonna see it at the very end. I think it's the last 20 seconds of the video. You're gonna see it, okay? And when you click on it, then it allows you to click notification button on YouTube, so that way you get notified. But I highly recommend to still put it into your phone, okay, so that you remember it. Put an alarm in there so you remember we have a linked crochet party going on, because sometimes notifications from YouTube can fail if you have turned off notification, or you forgot to check your email. Then you don't see it, then you may miss it, and I don't want you to miss it. Replays will be available, but trust me, it is much better live because you get to ask questions and I'm going to answer them live on camera, and it's way better that way. So make sure you show up because it's so much fun. Now, ready, set, and go. Finish crocheting your watermelon drawstring bag take a picture, post it, and get ready for the big party. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Are you excited? I am. So now go ahead and do so, and I'll see you at the party. But don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the bell to get a notification next time I publish a video or go live. This is your chance. Click the button right now, and I'll see you at the party. In the meantime, feel free to watch another video if you like. But right now, it's time to crochet. Get your hook ready and go!